Hi, this is Chris, and welcome to the Power of Quiet. Now, let's talk about what it takes to have the right mindset for creating your goals. What is the right mindset? And how do you know you got it? Is it something that you can measure? You bet it is. And to describe what this right mindset is, I want to share with you what Yogananda has to say. Now, Yogananda, he's a very well-known spiritual master. And he is very practical and straightforward. He just told it like it is. And here's what he had to say. Imagination is a very important factor in creative thought. But imagination has to be ripened into conviction. You can't do that without a strong will. But if you imagine something with all the power of your will, your imagination will be converted into conviction. And when you can hold that conviction against all odds, it will become true. And this Master Yukteswar, used to say that if your will is strong, whatever you imagine will be created for you. It is a fact. Now that's the type of conviction and confidence of where a master's coming from. And how could a master not have that sort of conviction and confidence? Talk about somebody who knows who they are, who knows that they are a master over their mind, over the world, and that there's no impossible, no limitation. They know it. That's what it takes to be a master, right? And coming from this position, how could you not be confident and have absolute conviction about anything? And that's why these masters, they perform these miracles. They demonstrate them to demonstrate that there's no impossible. So, how can you have this type of confidence and conviction? Well, there's two ways to try to achieve it. There's the natural way, then there's the unnatural way. Now, the unnatural way is like false confidence, false bravado, kind of faking it. And you know that by faking it, that doesn't mean you're actually going to achieve it. So just imagine somebody who has a sort of false confidence. You know, they're saying the right things, but you could feel that they don't really mean it. They don't really believe it in themselves. You could feel it. That energy comes off of them like that. And why is that? Because even though they may be saying the right things, inside there's a lot of doubts and feelings of limitation, negativity in there. And you can't hide that sort of stuff. If you're the one who's doing it, you may be saying the right things, but inside you feel it. You feel that it's not necessarily true. And you're trying to override it. And that's why it's so difficult to do it this unnatural way. And when you see somebody else doing that, that's how you know, hey, that's someone who's just talking a bunch of BS. Because you can feel it. So, therefore, the natural way here is to remove those doubts and those feelings of limitations. See, the natural way comes from looking within and deciding to stop believing in those doubts. Stop believing what your mind has to tell you. And just letting that go quiet. And when all that noise is quiet, what's left over is a decision. Decision to have that goal. That's the conviction. That's how you have the right mindset to achieving your goals. It's that simple. See, the path to confidence is simple. Examine your thinking. Just observe your thoughts. That's it. You don't have to do anything with them. See, try it out right here. Think about something that's pretty outrageous. Like, imagine this. Imagine stepping out of your house, your apartment, wherever you live, and deciding to travel to some far off land, Europe, or if you're in Europe, maybe traveling to the States, with the full confidence that you're going there without any money in your pocket, without your wallet. Now, if you just imagine this right now, probably right away comes up a lot of thoughts of, I can't do that. How am I going to travel all that way without my wallet, without money, without my ID, without any of that stuff that in my mind I've grown to rely upon? You see, it just comes up right away. And what is it that's coming up right now? It's a thought in your mind. Now, whatever your mind is bringing up right now, whatever thought there is, just observe it. Don't react to it. Don't try to change it. Just watch it. Watch it right now. And just observe how your mind is talking to you right now. And notice how your mind tends to talk to you like this all the time. Even when you look at goals and things that you've already done in the past and you're looking at doing them again. Maybe you're in business or you're in sales. And you've done lots of business and sales in the past, but you're looking at the next month or the next quarter. And even though you've done it in the past, your mind still throws in doubts. Oh, you'll never do it again. You got this problem. You got this thing to worry about. Just observe how your mind talks to you. It's always taking the negative point of view, the I can't point of view, right? Now just watch it. Don't try to change your mind. It's just a sound. Just notice that sound right now. And notice how, as you're observing your mind right now, there's this noise in your mind, and then there's you who's observing this noise. Now pay attention to that right now. That part of you that's observing what your mind is telling you. Notice there's the sound, and then there's you who's witnessing it. And that part of you is silent. And it's formless. It has no beginning, no end. And that part of you is always present. And it's very, very quiet. And very, very alive. You notice this? Now you're starting to look at you. And from this position, you have a choice. You can believe that doubt that's in your mind, or you can just observe it as just a sound. And notice the more that you're observing it right now, it's just a sound. It gets less and less true. In fact, you can even just decide to let it go. Stop believing in it. It's just a sound. And just observing it, you see that it's kind of going away on its own. Because it's you who puts energy that maintains the sound. If you just observe it, you're not putting any energy into it. You're not reacting to it. You're paying more attention to you now. And all these doubts, all these concepts of limitation, they can't sustain themselves without your power in believing in them. Now, if you really want to expedite this, now whatever your mind is telling you, just love it. See, when you're coming from a position of loving that sound, loving whatever it is that your mind is saying, you're not buying into it either when you're doing this. You just look and say, I love you. I love you. I love you. So try this out. Just whatever your mind is saying, whatever doubts or beliefs that you have, about what you can or cannot do. You just love it. See, by loving it, you're letting go of wanting to change it. And you're not buying into it. And see if it's as true as it seemed to be a few moments ago. Or is it just a sound? And if it's just a sound, can you let the sound go quiet? After all, who does it belong to? Who's the owner here? You are the silent presence of you. So just allow it to leave. Allow it to quiet down. In fact, allow your whole mind to go quiet. Just let it go quiet now. Just right now in this moment. And notice the quiet that's all around you. See, the more you notice the silent presence of you, the more this field of quiet becomes more apparent. That's right here, right now. So just notice this quiet. The more you notice this quiet, the quieter you become. And can you allow yourself to be quiet now? Now, is there any doubt in quiet? No. There's not even any sound in quiet. And if your mind is totally quiet, what sort of doubts or beliefs of limitation would you have? None. And in this place, wouldn't confidence and conviction just be second nature to you? Because the only thing that could ever tell you that you can't is your mind. And you can quiet that mind. And what you discover is that inside of you right now is all the confidence and conviction you'll ever need. So just quiet that mind. And let me show you how to quiet it and recognize what's already right here, right now. I show exactly how to do this in this new Conscious Creation Master Course. So I call it a master course because it's stepping up and acting like a master, just like Yogananda and all these other masters. And it's coming from this confidence and conviction that is already right here. You don't have to do anything. Just get quiet. So this new 6-week course, it takes you into the space of clearing out all the noise. And what's left over is you just decide. Decide what you want to create in your life. It's that easy. So click the link below. Find out for yourself. Find out how awesome and easy and fast it is to get quiet. Then everything else in your life, it's a piece of cake. So click the link below and join me.